Hello, I'd like to make today a swimming cake, and what we need for this recipe, I use rectangular baking tin. This one particular 16 centimeters by 26. All inches will be in description box. If you like make cake larger, what you do is you can bake twice in similar rectangular pan and just sandwich them together, or simply use another just a larger size rectangular baking pan. So once we basically we use a butter cake, you can use a vanilla cake as well. You can use cake premix box, or you can make your favorite recipe. Once you mix and bake according to instruction on the box, basically once a cake is baked, let it cool completely down. Then use a serrated knife to level top of the cake. So after this, if you like, measure border, make sure it's equally from every side, because that's where we will attach fondant. I have it 3.5 centimeters from the sides. Reason is why I took 3.5, because I will use cookie cutter, which is 3.5, and we can just make indentions on top, look like a tiles. So once you measure from all four sides 3.5 centimeter, that's what you in the middle left. So place toothpicks to make sure you see where is actual your measurements are. So take a nice sharp knife and just make small insertions, sort of cut it out middle, but not too much. Reason is we do it from top because we want the base to be strong. So what we do is next, just a little bit, and what we do, we just scoop it top with a spoon, just like this. Does not need to be deep, because we need to make sure we have base of cake is stable. But if you're using two cakes, for example, you can sandwich them, or use or you can even bake two cakes, mix them and bake in a one rectangular, larger rectangular baking tin. It will be obviously your cake much larger. So that's up to you really. You can use large one or smaller one. Reasons I use this one, because I want to make it look like more in ground sort of pool kind of. So we just scoop it up nice and carefully, and as you can see, we already have formed all the middle of our cake. So keep going to make sure all nice, basically all crumbs taken out with spoon. So once you take away middle, as you can see, you have clean rectangular sort of type of cavity. So take the toothpicks away, and what we do is next we use vanilla frosting or buttercream frosting. It's up to you, whatever you want to use. So I place a little bit of it on actual, not on the middle, a little bit slightly further. Reason is I do that because I want to place cake kind of sort of a little bit closer to the top of a cake. But reason is because we can place some of grass here and various other things as well. So just attach our cake and to make sure it's nicely sit. And what we do is next we apply frosting, just a thin layer on the top border, not on the middle, just on the top border. Does not need much as well, because we will apply some fondant on top. So once we're done top, what we do is we apply some of frosting on the sides as well. Once you finish, as you can see, we done sides, frost sides, and we done just the top. Cavity is we leave it as it is. So what we do is next we have a gray color fondant, and we add a small amount of a white fondant, and when we mix together, we don't want completely incorporated, we just want mix to make marble effect of the basically sides of our swimming pool. So we just a little bit mixing together. If you want, you can add a little bit more of white to make it more visible marble effect. Look like marble effect of stones or the often used tiles, for example. So once we've done that, what we do is we make it into 4 strips and attach on each side. So as you can see, if you roll out this color type of fondant which is we mix, as you can see this marble effect, look like tiles or something. So we done it one long strip. Sprinkle your surface with powdered icing sugar to prevent sticking. Roll out a piece of the fondant, and what you do is simply use ruler to make it straight. Have a look, is it? It's quite good. So we just do what we do is we just place on the side. Trim away for start is further from the cake to make sure we not trim away any extras. Then what we do is we fold it into position, bring up closer to the cake, and we trim away extras. Just take knife and a little bit, just position fondant slightly under the cake to make it look even. Now, and what we do is next, we roll out 2 strips to fit both sides. Roll out piece of our fondant, and what we do is measure how much left for you up here. This one particular about 9 and almost 10 centimeters. So what we do is we just make it straight, and we just measure about 10 centimeters. That's what is left. Use a clean ruler for your kitchen needs. And what we do is next we simply position in the remaining place. Carefully fold it. Trim away all extras. And simply fit it into position right here. Once you attach last piece, if you want, you can use a cookie cutter and make very light indentation on top of fondant to make it look like it's tiles. Does not need to be deep, just a little bit. It's more to represent, sort of, as well as you can do something on the sides, just like this. So what we do is next we use blue jelly, and blue jelly need to be prepared a little bit early. Basically, according to instructions, it's very easy to prepare. Just add 250 grams of hot water, then 200 ml of cold water for one packet, and you can get about 500 ml, which is, if your cake is small, it's one packet would be enough. So in place in the refrigerator for about 4 hours. Once it's been in the fridge, as you can see, it's quite set. So fluff up a little bit with a fork, and what we do is we take a spoon and spoon the jelly right on the middle of our cake to fill up all gaps to represent water. Once you place all the blue jelly, as you can see, it looks really great. So what we do is we're using packet of little beers. This is honey flavor. They basically come in a packet like this with little beers inside. So what we do is simply take one of those and just with a knife trim away just legs, leave only body, and use a fruit rinse, sweets, and we can place it on right here and place little teddy bear on top. So they're swimming now. And so what we do is next we're using fine desiccated coconut. You can use any coconut, shredded as well, and place in the plastic bag like that, and use green liquid food coloring. Also, if you don't have one of those, use green gel food coloring, and with a small amount of water, right in a bag, basically place small amount, couple drops of green gel food coloring and a little bit of water to make sure you're able to tint the coconut. So just place all together and simply rub it until coconut turns green. So it will be our grass. If it's not enough, simply add a little bit more of food coloring and rub it all together until it's all fully incorporated and all coconut become green. Once you tinted coconut, as you can see, it's turned into nice green color. So what you do is take simply spoon and place all arrange around all around cake. So what we do is basically next, this is our grass, and we take fruit leather or the roll-ups, whatever available in your country. Just take it from packaging, and from one we probably can get couple towels. So we just take it, strip, make sure we have all three colors. Also you can get one of those with yellow, and with clean kitchen scissors just to cut both sides. To look like it's towel, and place in a position. So for the umbrellas we're using little basically putty parasols, which is we can use as an umbrella. Open up, take leftover of the gray fondant, make a little stand, just place it on to make sure your umbrella is stay. And what we do is just place in the various positions. What we do with stand, we cover up with the coconut. You can add as many as you like. Decorations, you can make a little butterflies, you can add various sweets like balls or little round fruit rings as well. And for the pool chair, what we done is last night I just cut two, basically one square and one rectangle, and done indentions with the back of knife to make it look like more realistic. And we done just a small stands to support pool chair. And well, I hope you like this creation of the swimming pool cake. And as you can see, this marble effect of the fondant, it's really great. You can place, of course, as many teddy bears as you like. Thank you very much for your time with me today. Everything will be in the description box. Until next time, goodbye.